Morning guys, this is Dr. Kodo fixing today's video. It's surprise. Oh, you see me with my doctor suit and I'm having a very good match. Inner vest red and my stethoscope is red. Well, that's a very good match because today is such a lovely day to give you guys this information why your car vibrates. Either at idle or when you put on your AC on, you're noticing some vibrations. When you started noticing any of those vibrations right there, sometimes your mind starts skipping. Some of you guys will say, no, it's not the damn thing, it's just normal. It's not normal for your engine to be vibrating like as if it's having some kind of combustion. So when your car is vibrating that erratic, or whenever you start it up, it's a call for attention that is something that is bad. The first symptoms of a car vibrating that causes your car to vibrate is a bad spark plug. A bad spark plug that is actually faulty and need a replacement. Most of the spark plug you have in your car can run between 30,000 miles to 50,000 miles. So when they go bad, a whole lot of things can happen. Reduce engine power, poor throttle response, car cranks, no start, a whole lot of them. And in this case here, we're talking about engine vibration. So when you're trying to solve engine vibration, make sure you check out your spark plugs. The second reason why your car vibrates at idle is dirty or clogged injectors. A clogged injector is some sort of creating a restriction from the free flow of the fuel that's supposed to be ejected into the combustion chamber. So when there is some sort of restriction, it's going to create low quantity of fuel that's supposed to be injected. So when there is a restriction of fuel quantity that's supposed to be ejected into your car, the car is going to start having a rough idle. So how to solve this? You need to test the injectors. And these are your injectors, right? You can see right there, these are your injectors. So the first thing to do is to flush them. Make sure that they are as clean as you can see mine right now. When they are clean, then make sure that they are ejecting the right fuel quantity. You can do that using your OBD scan and go through the live stream data. And also check for any faulty injector code. If you find any faulty injector code, go ahead and replace it. The third cause of a car vibration while at idle is a bad fuel pump or bad high fuel pressure pump. I group this as two because the both of them are working as one. So if you have a bad fuel pump, it's not going to be transporting the fuel quantity as it's supposed into the combustion chamber. And when this happens, you're going to be noticing some vibration and unstableness in your engine smooth operation. So when you have a vibration on your engine, you also want to check the last time you replaced your fuel pump. And the only way to do this is to replace it, to get it fixed. Number 4 cause of engine vibration is cylinder misfire. And cylinder misfire can stem from bad spark, bad ignition, bad injector, bad ECM, a whole lot. It's up for you to actually diagnose and define which one is responsible, where the problem is stemming from. And doing that is going to ensure you to actually get it repaired. When you found it, the problem discovered is half solved. So that is just the rule. Number 5 cause of engine vibration is bad ignition coil. Ignition coil is one of the critical components which your engine management uses to ignite the air fuel mixture alongside with the spark plug. And it looks like this. So when it goes bad, you're going to start noticing a whole lot of problems such as engine vibration, as much as rough idle, check engine light, and a whole lot of them. So the only way to do this, if you have discovered that this is where the problem is, in some cars it's going to throw a code concerning this, concerning a bad ignition coil. And if you find any code related to that, have it replaced. The 7 cause of car vibrating under idle is fuel rail pressure sensor or fuel regulator, fuel pressure regulator. Now I group this as 2 because they work pari passu. In some engine in some car make that are not equipped with high fuel pressure fuel pump, you will not see this guy right there. So they use this fuel pressure regulator, although not to be exhaustive. You still have a fuel pressure regulator. So if this guy is bad, if the fuel pressure sensor is bad or the fuel regulator is bad, fuel pressure regulator is bad, your car is going to be having some sort of mild vibration while at idle. And the only way to fix this is to replace it. As for the fuel pressure sensor, this is one of the vital components which most engine is equipped, is used by the ECM to actually know the right fuel quantity to be ejected inside the combustion chamber. So the information it gets from here is what's going to determine the injector pulse width alongside with some other sensors. So when it fails, you're going to be noticing a lot of vibration in the engine. Number 8 cause of engine vibration at idle is a bad VVT solenoid. This guy right here. What is a VVT solenoid? VVT solenoid is a variable valve timing. What is a variable valve timing? The more I speak, the more complicated it gets for most of you guys who have not heard about this before. I made a video about the VVT basics, so go ahead and watch it and understand what this guy does inside your car. I can't explain. If I start to explain right now, there's gonna be a whole lot of time burned on this very video here. It's gonna be above the scope of this very video. So a bad VVT is gonna make your engine to start vibrating. Not only vibrating, check engine light, reduce engine power, loss of throttle response, bad fuel economy, a whole lot of them. So you need to go and watch that basics of VVT solenoid and understand what it does inside your engine. Now you know it's part of what makes your engine to vibrate at idle. For you to actually fix it, you need to test it first. And when you test it, if it's defective, if it's stuck closed, it's bad. If it is stuck open, it's bad. But if it is working but it's just filled with sludge, you can just flush it using a carburetor cleaner and install it back, and it should start working properly and the vibration should stop. Number 9 cause of engine vibration at idle is a bad intake air temperature sensor. Where is the air intake temperature sensor? Well, for this very car here, you will likely not find it. It's hidden somewhere very safe. In most cars, it can be very tricky. Now, let me explain it to you guys further. The job of the intake air temperature sensor is just to tell the ECM the temperature of the air going inside the engine. So you need to know the temperature, because if it is hot, the air dense is going to be reduced, it's going to be lesser. But if it is cold, it's going to be stronger. I mean, it's going to be heavier. And when it's heavier, the engine needs to enrich the mixtures in order to keep the engine running to attain its operating temperature through closing. When the thermostat is still closed, when the engine is fully warmed up, then it will open the thermostat and allow the coolant to flow into it and let the engine work with it. Now here, you will often find your intake air temperature sensor either at the MAF sensor, if like this one here, or the MAP sensor. But this MAP sensor, the intake air temperature is not here, because if it is here, you're going to be seeing 5 wires. It's only, what is actually used here is only the MAF sensor, which is a mass airflow sensor. And since it's not here, you often find it in the MAP sensor. But if you don't find it within the MAP sensor, you can often find it within the intake vacuum hose of your car. Suppose it's Asian make or maybe American make. I found it a lot on that. Then the number 10 cause of your car vibrating at idle is a bad throttle position sensor. A bad throttle position sensor cannot just only make your car to vibrate under idle, but also shuts down rough idle, poor gas mileage, car cranks no start, car shut off randomly, a whole lot of them, right? I taught you guys basics of throttle body and throttle position sensor. Go ahead and watch this video so you understand what it does more. So in this case, now you have understood 10 reasons why your car vibrate at idle and how to solve them. So give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I gotta catch you guys later. I am Dr. Cool Auto Fix. In the next episode, I'm gonna be talking about extra 12 ways to solve a car that vibrates. This is not just only, I just give you top 10. There are others. So if this doesn't solve your problem, the only way to keep track of it, which there are more, 13 way more, is for you to subscribe and turn on your notification, because I'm going to be uploading the video soon. So bye for now. Thank you for watching. Catch you later.